think we're live. I think I'm live on here, and I think I'm live on both, actually. Okay, peace, family. I'll wait until a couple of you check in real quick. It's important. It's bad connection. Okay, hopefully, those on YouTube, you can see me, and for those on my FB cipher, I'm sorry, I'm a little off. Is anyone on here? I don't even see. Okay, I see someone. Someone on here? You know, when I do dual screens, I can never tell if I see. Okay, oh, Melinda. Hey, Melinda, peace. Okay, so for my, I don't even know, the YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Hey, peace, David. Okay, you guys can see me. I'm on YouTube too, so I can't tell what's going on in YouTube. Hold on. Okay, Mr. Corey. Hey, Mr. Corey. Okay, listen, family. It's important. I'm being followed. Okay, listen, this is really important. Whatever y'all did from the broadcast, I had to take down the other video. It's really important. I got to make it quick. They're following me. They attempted, and you know, normally they do follow me, but this is more overt. Whatever happens, whoever is finding these facilities, it's working because they're coming. And you know, I went out earlier. I made the video here. I think on my other, you know, I have all these different. I'm on two things right now. So if you see me looking both ways, it's because I'm looking at this screen, which is my FB Secret Squirrel group, and I'm looking at YouTube, which is over here. Okay, so listen, they're following me. I made the video earlier about that system. I won't even say it telepathically. You know what I'm talking about. Energetically, I told the Caribbean to come together. Whatever happened, it's working. You guys did something because they're following me. I mean, they tried to take me out in the bathroom. I'm gonna keep it real like a mom right now. Listen, I went to go work out afterwards. I went to go try to go and wash my face in the bathroom, and all the lights were out in a facility that I've been in forever. They turned off all the lights. I tried to turn it on. It was like one of those horror scenes when, you know, the dilly girl doesn't know any better. Oh, I'll just go to the potty anyway with, you know, my cell phone light. No, I don't think so. So I left, even though I had to go. No, I like to wash my face and what have you. So I left the facility. They turned off the lights in the bathroom, thinking they were going to do the whole okey doke with me in the bathroom. Then I'm driving, and then they parked a car outside of a house, you know, outside of my house, right there, right in front of my house. Some strange car is parked out there right now. They're trying to follow me. And then, you know, the old My Lab dude who I took a picture of, which some of you saw already, he was already at the place, you know, my normal, you know, Starbucks. Yes, it was at Starbucks. Okay, so yes, you know, people are like, you deserve what you get when you go to Starbucks. You're right. So the My Lab man was over at the Starbucks, and they're following me, and they're making sure that my phone is glitching out when I call people, so I thought I'd go live. So they understand that even if they're trying to come get me, it would be publicly seen. So I'm just saying, for those, whoever did what I asked of you, it worked. Why? Is because they're coming, meaning that they normally don't come if it doesn't work. They'd be like, you know, Fleur Brune is full of it, you know, but this time it worked. Whatever you did, whatever some of you did, you must have found that place. And also I had to take the video down because I was using really piloted language, which I didn't realize in the video, because it can be incited as, you know, when you say certain language, yes. When you say certain language, like use certain words, which I didn't mean, I meant energetically go at the facilities. I use certain words that are, you know, that can be considered quote unquote terroristic. So I had to take the video down too, because for that reason, I'm saying things in a video, probably didn't mean anything by it. I'm meaning energetically get at these facilities. But because of the words that I'm using words that are highly piloted. So I had to be really, I had to take down the video. So what I'll do is I'll put up the video, take it down, put up the video, take it down. I share it privately on private platforms. I think it'll be better. I just have to make sure that, you know, it's a very litigious, you know, environment right now. I have to be mindful of the words, even though I'm saying it energetically, and I meant energetically come at these places. The words I'm using on that past video is really, yes, this is all related to the facility that I told you that is not really what it is, but it is what it is. Whatever y'all did, it's working because they are coming for Flurbrun. They tried to do the okey doke in the bathroom. It didn't work. They got somebody parked outside of my house. He's going to learn real quick. So I'm just saying they're following me. The MyLab, the MyLab man is trying to come. I'm staying away from him. So they're coming for me. I tried to call everybody. I couldn't call anyone because they blocked my phone. So they're making it so I can't even call people to have them be on the phone with me at the same time. So I thought I'd go live and just say, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. It's working. Whatever you did, whatever you tried to do, whatever you're attempting to do, whatever energetic thing, you found something and it's working because they're coming this way to make the message stop. So the message will be perpetually tell everyone the fact that I know that they're coming means that they're coming. So, I mean, it means that it worked. So do what you do. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep doing it. For those, I can't put the video back up. Maybe I'll put it up for a second and put it back down. It's got really insightful language. Nothing, no curses or anything, but I told you what to do with the facility. Caribbean, unite. It's working. I didn't think it would work this quickly, but we've got some strong family members and y'all went for the place. So remember, it isn't what it is. What that place is, I'm not going to say it now because, you know, sometimes they'll have the computer system looking for, you know, words. You know, they have this computer system, like the Matrix computer system. It's waiting for me to say it, so it'll source out the video. I'm not going to say the word. You can put it in the, you know, the comments. People know what I'm talking about, so that they know what I'm talking about. But I can't say it on here because obviously I don't want the computer system to find out what it is. So yes, thank you for protecting me. But I'm telling you, when I know I'm laughing. You know I laugh at everything because you can only, this is madness. They tried to turn off the bathroom light like an old Friday the 13th movie and think I was going to go in there and with the lights out, with the exit door slightly open. It's madness. Like they're not even smart enough to know that Flurbrun watched 70s and 80s horror films so that I already have that in my own repertoire. So it's all good in the hood, but I'm letting you know they're following me. And keep doing what you're doing. It's a beautiful day when that happens because it shows that whatever we did, whatever you're doing right now, whatever our family did towards those systems, y'all found it. You asked the babies like I asked you to. You found those systems and you're taking them down because they would have no reason to come at me if what I'm saying means nothing. So keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And tell other people to do it because it's working. And for our Caribbean family, I want you to source together. Remember, I told you one people, one nation. You are all one. Every island, Guadeloupe, Martinique, St. Lucia, Dominica, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Barbados, Bahamas, St. Croix, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, St. Martin, St. Bart's, Puerto Rico. I'm trying to get every island in there. Bermuda. Every island, you are one people. They are coming for you and yours. Are you going to let them do it? So for those brethren and those sea stars who are on land, I'm telling you again, you are going on land to help your ancestor, your kin on the islands. We have power because we're genetically linked to those people on the islands. So you will send energetic waves to interconnect with each island as one people, not as a Jamaican, not as each tongue. I don't care if you speak Patois, I don't care if you speak Creole, I don't care if you speak Spanish, I don't care if you speak Dutch, I don't care if it's Portuguese. I want you to source together as one. So every island that you see, I want you to bond it with the other islands as if they're one people. Put that energetic field around those islands in Cuba. Put it around them so that they're all one. Because why they get away with this is because they divide and conquer every time. And we believe the okie doke. We believe them saying, oh, she's Latino, she speaks Spanish, she's not like me. Oh, they speak Creole, they're French, they don't look or speak like me. Oh, they speak Dutch, they're different, they don't speak like me. No, you're one people. This is what we're getting at. We're unity consciousness. This is what they didn't want. This is why they created racism. This is why they created gender issues. They wanted this day where we would not come together collectively. We would be so busy fighting each other that they would be able to do whatever they want. No, we know what they're doing. Their cover is blown, and you Caribbean islands will bond together as one. all island source together. Create an energetic field and throw that sucker back to where it came from. And then all my other sea stars and sun stars, you find that place. Whatever you're doing, you found it, and you keep doing what you're doing, because we're going to source. We're not going to go to what source is doing, what that base is doing. We're going to where it's doing it. So keep doing it. I can't put the video back up. I may put it back up for whoever saw it. Put the name of what I'm talking about on here so the others know, because some people didn't see the video yet. I shouldn't have said certain things in the video, and I really was talking about energy waves, but you know how they'll utilize it to try to do things and say that I was trying to incite violence, which is obviously not the case. They're the ones inciting violence on the planet. And they're genetically modified beings doing this, creating genetically modified weather, and you are the heirlooms of the planet. You are the source of everything. You have the power to take back everything that they've taken from us. They have nothing without our complacency and without our apathy. Now that you know your power, take it back. You should feel disrespected that they can do this to your people and your planet. You should feel angry at them for doing this to our planet. So take that anger, put that venom, and point it in the right direction. Go to source where they're sending this genetically modified weather and take it out. Now, it's working. They're coming for me. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to float away in my spaceship. Remember when Wonder Woman had her spaceship? Remember when Wonder Woman had that see-through spaceship? I always have a correlation to a movie. You could tell my mom and dad let me watch movies. That's right. Take the facility and do whatever you're doing. Keep doing it. It's working. They're sitting outside my house right now waiting for me to come out, and they don't realize they want me in this avatar. Because if my spirit ever gets free out of this body, you talk about hurricanes, I will bring the wrath for them and their kin. I'm worse out of this body. So they need me to stay in this body. Do you understand me? Can't stop, won't stop. So for this saying, are you on here? Okay. I know I'm getting really hyped up because I knew it's working and I'm excited. And the confirmation of it's working, they're sitting outside my house right now, try to get me in the bathroom. Y'all are powerful. What if you asked the babies where these facilities were and the babies told you, and they're decloaking the facilities? Take them out. Do whatever you're doing. Keep doing it. And I could care less what they think. I could care less. At the end of the day, can't stop, won't stop. I'm one of many. I'm here, but there's a whole lot of others just like me. So you could keep coming at me, but at the end of the day, we have a bigger support system. We have sea stars and sun stars in every country and on other planets and in the inner earth. So you want to keep coming for Flurbrune, just know I got a posse who's just like me, worse if not, and they're going to come for you. So I suggest you move your little car outside my home. Oh my gosh. All I wanted to do was just work out and just have I knew that we were going to make this happen. I just didn't think how quickly it would happen. So continuously do it. Be mindful about your environment right now. Like I said, it's like we're like the Borgs on, what was it, Star Trek, the Borgs? Like you mess with one, it doesn't matter because there's like 50,000 other ones. I'm like the Smiths. I'm like the Flurbrune Smiths. There's one of me, but there's 50 other Flurbrunes around here. And they're all here. So it doesn't matter what you do to me. You're going to have a whole lot of host of other issues with the other ones. So, anyway, so big up to y'all doing your thing. Big up to my Caribbean family. You guys are powerful and strong. You're the heirlooms of this planet. Know that the Arawak, the Carib, and the Taino, and those indigenous families from the southern part of the United States, you're all kin and family. Never separate yourself by language or complexion. That is the bait and switch that they sold to you, and you should be insulted that they made you hate your brothers and sisters and made you hate your family based on the lies that they perpetuated. That's your family. Jamaica's your family, Bahamas. Yes. Dominican Republic's your family, Haiti. Yes. St. Lucia Guadalupe is your family members. Those are all family members. You should protect them like you would protect your own babies. At the end of the day, each island you come together, that's what you're supposed to do, and you source together and you protect your islands together. Cuba, you are kin to Puerto Rico. You all source together, put the energetic grid out. I don't care if it's just one of you on each island that does this. It doesn't matter, because one of you on each island makes a whole hand full of power, and you have a lot of energetic power to create a grid. So do that while they're sending their GMO storms, and don't worry, the others are taking those facilities that they've created, genetically modified weather, and they're taking care of that. That's all I'll say. Keep doing what you're doing, because it worked. I want to give you that confirmation for those who thought they were doing it and didn't know, oh my God, if it's working, it's working. Whatever you're doing, I don't care who's doing it, how many of you doing it, it's working. Continuously doing it. And ask those babies where those places are so that we can handle our business like put on our big girl panties, okay? Or rather, don't put any at all. That's the problem. They put bras and panties on us and ruined our whole perspective. I'm joking. I'm not really joking, but you know, I'm making fun of the situation. So big up to my family on the Secret Squirrel group on Flurbrun Cypher, who's on, and big up to my family on YouTube. You guys are rocking, doing your thing. England's representing. We got England in the house. We have all the different countries. We had Spain earlier. We had Paraguay. We had Germany representing. We had Tanzania in the house. We had the Congo already in the house. These are people who are already on this transmission. So, like I said, they could keep coming, but they know that there's going to be 20 other Flurbrun Smiths around to do the job, even if I'm not around. Seattle's in the house. So, they try to turn off the bathroom. Right. That is so cliche. That's like one of those old, don't they know who I am? I watch movies when I was a little girl. That's why I always make references to movies, because I did that a lot when I was little. Yes, we're worldwide, Nora. So, Brooklyn in the house, DC in the house. Look at all these beautiful. Look at these beings. Look at this. Canada's in the house. North Carolina. Look at it. Greece is in the house. Look at this. What are you gonna do? Look at them. They're all here. I know you thought that we didn't have any power. I know you thought we were meek. I know you thought that we could be slept on, but we can't. Look, Philadelphia's in the house. Look at our family. Look at them. They're everywhere. Texas. We're like scattered all over the planet. Philly's in the house. Look at this. Look at this. Alabama's in the house. Cali's in the house. Look at this. Texas. Everybody's in the house. What you gonna do? I'm not testing you. You're testing us. That's the problem. Arizona's in the house. Look at this. Look at this. It's disgusting. South Dakota. Look at the beautiful. Look at our family. Look how vast they are. Come test us. You know how the Jamaicans say, "Come test me." You're testing us, and we're going to win. We already did. I've already seen the timeline that we're living on in 5D. We won this. Stop embarrassing yourself. Just walk away and leave gracefully. Georgia's in the house. Baltimore's in the house. Pennsylvania's in the house. Look at this. Look at this. Atlanta's in the house. Can't stop, won't stop. New York, Virginia. Look at this. Connecticut's in the house. What you gonna do? Muskoka, Canada's in the house. Queens is in the house. Philly's in the house. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the family members we have. Anyway, New Orleans is in the house. Look at this. Beautiful. I'm so grateful to be rocking with the most powerful family earthlings on this planet. I'm grateful for it. And at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. You can try to distract us by creating more chaos, but all the chaos that you bring to us, we're going to send it right back to you and yours. And if you love your family members, you should leave us alone. Leave our people alone. Philly's in the house. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at our family member all over the planet. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Yeah, you can't get everybody, right? Like the Smiths. We just turn into other people and other people. You know how the Smiths were negative, but then you can infiltrate the Smiths, and we've infiltrated the Smiths, and now we become like our own entities for the and we're supporters. We're the nurturers of Mother Earth. We're her kin. You can't fight Mother Nature. She trumps all, and we're mixed with her. We're her daughters. We're her sons. What you gonna do? Can't stop, won't stop. Okay? Oh, the brothers of Saturn. Oh, if we call the Centauri, you know what? I sleep, the Centaurians, I have a lot of respect. Big up to the Centaurians. I have a lot of respect for this. Thank you for saying that. I have a lot of respect for the Centaurians because they do create wars for this reason. But I should realize, they don't care what war comes. They're equal opportunists. So remember, we're in the act of war right now. Our side is just as supportive to them because they would feed off of it anyway. So you're right. I should ask for our melanin dominant Centaurians to come in and assist us with this nonsense because they like this. They like to incite wars. And actually, we're in the midst of a battle. So why shouldn't they be on our side? Because it would be advantageous to them anyway. They still get fed. Their energetic field still gets fed with the act of war. So yes, big up to the Centaurians. Centaurians, if you want to come in and assist us at this point and allow us to win this, whatever means necessary, as long as it's to the benefit of the planet so that you can still source out for your energy, because that's what y'all do, we would really appreciate it. So we welcome the Centaurians. And the Anunnaki are here. If you don't know now, you know. And it is the Anunnaki kin that they're messing with. That's who they're trying to wipe out. That bloodline that they're trying to wipe out of the tribes of Sheba on those islands. That's who they're trying to mess with. So for that reason, and also I'm going to call for the aquatics because the aquatics are down with us as well. We're going to call for the aquatics to assist us at this point because this is ridiculous. They shouldn't be allowed to keep doing this. They keep doing it. Every time we get a win, they try to do something else to distract us. Remember, the 23rd is coming and the fall equinox. This has a lot to do why they're doing this right before those times. Very powerful, energetic times. And they want to distract you and make you into a frenzy so that you can't focus on, or not even focus, just be receptive to picking up these wonderful energetic things that will keep solidifying you in 5D and above. They want to keep you in the lower fields. So for that reason, you should more so feel disrespected because they don't listen, the one thing that they feed off of fear and sadness. They like to feed off that fear, that fear and that sadness. But the one thing that they have an issue with is when we're angry with them, when we actually can pinpoint and put the bullseye on the people and put it on them. They don't like when we're angry at them and we focus our anger and venom on them. They don't like that. So what we're doing is we're focusing it on them and we're finding out where it is. So you could run, you could hide, you shouldn't have started it. Don't start none, won't be none. You started it with us and now we're going to have to deal with y'all personally. So any of you in those places, I don't have to say where, who are doing that kind of debaucherousness to our people, to our earthlings, to our earth, there is a consequence to you and your families. You and your families. Because what you're doing to others, you're affecting their families. So karma doesn't just come to you, it comes to your kin as well. You shouldn't have started it and now we're going to have to take care of our business. We have the power to do it. We are the originals. There's no knockoffs here. The genetically modified beings are the ones who are doing it and they're creating genetically modified weather and we trump that. So booyah. Oh, it's interesting. It's getting done. It's working. So I just wanted to say I did make the video. I can't really share it again. Again, my language is the words that I'm using, I'm not cursing, the words are piloted. So I can't redo the video. And I don't want to say the place again because it's not really that technology. It is a knockoff of the name itself is not real. They want us to focus on that name. That is not the real name of the technology. It is another name. It's the name of a monster, like some monster kind of name. And I don't know what it is. I heard it before, and I can't remember what it is because, it's almost like they clear out your mind sometimes. They're able to do that with technology, and they attempt to do it with me a couple times. That's why you always see me not remembering little things. I can remember long-term. My long-term memory is a little better. Sometimes the short-term memory doesn't work out. So, oh, look at the floor. Oh, I got to look at this. Oh, yes, thank you. Dana, angry. Dana, yes. Put your venom towards there. But what was I saying? See, even my short-term memory, even that. They wipe out the name of the actual thing. That's why if you ever, movies are so poignant. You know why? Because they tell you how to deal with things. In movies, when you're watching demonic movies and talking about You got to find the name. A lot of religious horror movies will do this. You need the name of the demon to be able to obliviate the demon. You need the name of it, right? So if you don't have the name of the demon, you could come in it, but having the name gives you more power because you could focus all your anger and all your power on that name. That's why they never tell us the names. All these names of these families that they put out there, they're not those families. The families that are doing all the dirt, you don't know their names. They're putting out, decoy names for you, and we're so, lost in space that we keep using these names, and those are not the families, and those are not the name. That's not the name of the technology they're using. It's a chaotic name. So we have to take our focus off the names they're giving us, and we have to utilize it. Just focus on the technology, not the name that they gave us. It's hard though. You have to try to get past that. Try to get past that name. Focus on the technology, and then we go for that. Okay? It's all about unity consciousness for those who are watching on YouTube. You made me have to take my video down because you always like to come for people for bogus things. So I had to make sure I'm, legitimate. Andromedans have a little bit of a treaty. They have a little bit of an agreement with the Anunnaki, with a certain sector of the Anunnaki. Let me make that right. I want to make sure I'm correct. A certain sect of Anunnaki, not all. They have a bit of an agreement. It's a slight agreement, but it's a benefit to both sides. Okay, that's how the Andromedans relate to the Anunnaki. It's a slight agreement. Okay, based on the fact that the new home court advantage is with the divine female, which the Andromedans are heading. Okay, that's it. But the Anunnaki are a whole other being. They seeded the planet. They're a whole other sector. There's two different main sects of the Anunnaki, and one is not for humanity. One could care less if we're destroyed. The other side has more compassion, more empathy for the beings living on this planet because they feel more vested, because they feel like a kin to that side. But the other side of the Anunnaki are not. That's why people have such strong feelings evoked from the Anunnaki. Sometimes it can be negative. Okay? The Draconians are just doing their thing. The Draconians are not. We're not talking. Listen. There are so many beings on this planet that have their own agendas. You'd lose your mind to know how many different beings are interacting with humans at this point. There's so many different kinds. So I can't get into the semantics of everything because it's overwhelming, even for myself. We know of main groups that are responsible for the general consensus of the political state of certain places on the planet. But other than that, there's a plethora of different beings here, all with different agendas. Some are just observation. They're just observing us, just studying us, seeing our reactions, studying our energetic field, studying our earth, the elements. And then others are actually purposefully manipulating certain things. But they cannot bypass our free will. But they can manipulate you to bypass your own free will. That's what television is for. That's what music is for. That's what all these low F waves are for. That's what the genetically modified food is for. That's what all these vaccinations are for. They can make you bypass your own free will by manipulating everything around you and then saying, look, they chose that. You see what I mean? So you have to be self-aware all the time. Self-aware all the time. Okay, so family, keep doing it. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm a little bold. I'll see if the car is still parked outside the house. It is what it is at this point. Keep doing what you're doing. You notice I'm not telling you to stop. Keep doing it. Keep working it. Whoever found out something or did something, y'all did it. So it's working. Keep going. So I think that's it. I'm gonna end my live. I don't even know when. I'm live on. This tells you how I'm all over the place. I had to create. Listen, when someone says how many platforms, I have so many platforms based on the fact that they were deleting platforms. So unlike that splinter cell, whenever you attack one cell, I splinter off into like 3 or 4. That's what happened. So they attempted to delete me, and what happened is that I splintered off into 3 and 4. It's a self-protective mode that I got into. So I have all these different platforms. I don't even remember the names half the time or passcodes. It is what it is. But I will get through. Can't stop, won't stop. I will find a way. So I do that so that if one avenue is closed, I have 2 and 3 others to go to. It is what it is, right? So it's just big up to my New York rearing for that. If I can't get home on one train, I could find 2 or 3 other trains or another destination or a cab or a bus, or I could walk or ride a bike to another destination. I've learned to be resourceful in that way. And for that reason, I can do this well. So, okay, family. Yeah, I thank you for making me safe. Thank you for all those well wishes. I just had to confirm that it's working. I wanted to make another video responding to the other video that I had to take down. Hopefully you guys share some aspects of the other video on what I'm talking about. Because some of you are like, what is she talking about still? I'm talking about a particular weather modification technology. And I made an instructional video on how we can handle that. And it worked because y'all did it. And you're powerful. And you should give yourself a pat on the back and keep sending that venom. Have zero fear. Remember, you will always be, you will always exist. Whether you're in this avatar or in another one, you will come back. Know that and own that. So always send anger at the ones, because that's the one thing they don't like. Sending venom, anger. The same thing that they do, because they want you to be sad or afraid. Don't have that in your heart. Just take that out of your heart and just put anger and bullseyes on whatever they're sending to you. Okay? That's how we have to address them. All right? My email is, it's hard. My emails are overwhelmed, but I will give it to you. My emails is D as in Derek, Del Goddess. So it's DELGADDESS@gmail.com. I'll spell it again. DELGADDESS@gmail.com. You can just imagine my emails are overwhelmed. So if you email me, you already know. If I can't, sometimes you get a response and people are like, oh my gosh, she responded really quick. And then other people like, she didn't respond at all. It's just a matter of whatever comes first is what I respond to. And I have to go back to find the ones, there's a lot of people who are responding. And remember, I'm one. But remember, the sea stars and sun stars, I'm not the most knowledgeable one. I'm one of many. So I don't want to give myself more props than I deserve. Our family is vast. So whenever you can't reach me, reach out to the other sea stars and sun stars that are a little more accessible. Please do, because they're fabulous, they're wonderful, they're higher in consciousness. There's zero ego involved in this family. Big up to you in Delaware. There's zero ego. We are a family and we are one. And if you can't reach me, you reach the others. That's all I'm saying. They're just as divine and their intel is sick. Our family is thebomb.com. Big up to all y'all. From every country, from every state, every complexion, every language, every nationality, every gender. I love you. You're fabulous. You're wonderful. Don't let anyone ever make you feel any different. And apparently you're powerful, because they're really concerned right now. Because y'all are doing what you're supposed to do and what you should have done from the Getty up. Is take them out. Can't stop, won't stop. Anyway, so family, I'm gone. I'm going to go and try to relax and see what else it's working. And I'm going to watch to see how powerful we wonderful beings, earthlings, are. And I'm going to give gratitude and gratefulness to Mother Earth for being supportive to us and creating us and really keeping us level-minded at this point. She's doing a wonderful job, especially with the elements and elementals. We talked about the fairy realms, the water aquatics, who are in support of our family at this point, because we're all interconnected now. But I will say this, we're good, and you are powerful. And I told you about the story about, I'll say it again, the Wizard of Oz. In the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy was taken away in a tornado, right? She was swept away in a tornado, and she went to a different dimension, and she found aspects of herself through fear, which was through the lion, who felt like he didn't have bravery, but that was her. She didn't feel brave. Then she found the Tin Man, who was without a heart, and she felt that way, that she had lost her heart because her dog was going to be taken, and she lost Toto. And then she found the English, when my English goes crazy. They found the scarecrow. Sometimes I can't find the word in English when I'm thinking too much. It's the scarecrow, and the scarecrow, she felt like she wasn't resourceful enough, or she wasn't witty enough, and she felt like she didn't have her wits about her, which a scarecrow was without a brain. And then she goes to this place, the Wiz, where the Oz is supposed to be so wonderful and masterful, and finds out that he's a charlatan. He's full of ish. He's like those pseudo-conscious community dudes who are taking advantage of people, just acting like they're all that, and really they're just smoke and mirrors. And then the good witch, Glinda, comes magically down and tells her she always had the magic in her from the Getty up. She always had what was necessary to go home. She had the power to leave at any point, but she had to believe in herself. So those aspects of herself showed up in lessons with the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man outside of herself. And they showed her aspects of herself, aspects of what she was projecting out in the world, of what she felt she lacked and what she always had, and she just had to acknowledge. And that's all this is about. I know I'm a mother, so I talk about stories like that. That's how I would talk to my little ones, to build them courage and tell them about themselves. That, I do tell stories like that, so I know that may seem like, why is she telling like a fairy tale story? But that's just to help you. Florboom boycotting Starbucks today. Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what's crazy about that? I know I'm sidebar. Somebody just said they were boycotting Starbucks because they know my issue with Starbucks. I agree with you. I think that is part of my programming. That's why I say to you, I'm not perfect. If you're looking for someone perfect, I'm just not the one. But you're right. I realize that, I want to enjoy being out here while I'm here in this avatar. And that's why I say to you, have sex, enjoy yourself, just be mindful of the things you do. But yes, Starbucks, certain things that don't have integrity, I don't need to rock with. Because remember Barney's was a coffee place, a very bougie coffee place that stopped, but it was very green friendly. They were environmentally sound, and they supported communities in Africa. I don't know if many of you are old enough to remember Barney's. Some of you remember Barney's was a coffee place. They closed them down, and they kept Starbucks. But the only reason I still like Starbucks is because they have Yumaya on the picture, the mermaid. Yumaya from Sirius, Mami Wata on the cups. So I resonate with that being, Mami Wata, Yumaya, she's mer people, from Sirius B. But anyway, I don't want to go sidebar. But yes, I support, if you feel like boycotting a place that is not being good to people or has genetically modified ingredients, by all means, I think you should. I support anything that's for balance, and even if it's something that I'm engaging with that's, like I say, coffee's in balance a little bit. I don't think it's bad. I think in my mind, I think it's worse because I know what that is. You know what I mean? So, yes, Mami Wata is a Nigerian name. Yes. And many people worship her, Mami Wata. They understand who that being is. That is a being that is from the aquatic sect. Anyway, I can sidebar all day. What time is it? I never know what time it is. There's so many. Oh, I just dropped it. Anyway, I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. I know I was supposed to be off here like 50 million times. I'm going. Yeah, I actually had to buy because I had to rush. I never buy water. I filter my own water. I had to rush and get water from Starbucks after they said ban it. That's probably why they said ban it, because they saw the water from Starbucks. I had to buy some water because I was rushing, and now I don't need it because I have my filtered water at home. But Renee says she's a coffeeholic. Yeah, I don't drink that much coffee. I drink decaf, but it's just where you buy it from. It's like sleeping with the enemy. It's like, if you're sleeping in the bed with the enemy, how could you complain about the enemy, right? It's kind of like that. I get it. So anyway, family, be masterful, continue to do. Let's save our family. Let's protect our family. Or in the Caribbean, let's do this. Let's show them that we can't be stopped. And this is our home court. So, they have to know that this is where we rule. They have to follow our lead. It's a fact. It's what we do. So they need to follow orders, not the other way around. Okay, so we have to show them how to, you show people how to respect you. You show entities how to respect you by respecting yourself. It's dishonorable what's going on. Why should we tolerate it? So we have to handle it. Let's handle our business like big people, like adults. And let's take care of business. So keep doing what you're doing. Let's protect our family in the Caribbean, and let's take care of that genetically modified technology. All right? So peace, family. I'm going to go. I love you. Peace.